Hi everyone, I'm Casey Williams. Well, to some of you, what we have right here is the coolest, biggest Cadillac rolling. To others of you, it may just be another big General Motors SUV. And I think you're both right, and all the good and the bad that implies. But let's go take a look at the new Escalade and see why it really is another big General Motors truck, and that might be a really good thing. Well, if you don't know this is a Cadillac, you've been underneath a rock for the last 60 or 70 years. I mean, just start with the grille. If that ends up in your rearview mirror on the highway, you're going to get out of its way. But again, you know it's a Cadillac. The big chrome slats, looks real traditional, the gigantic crest right in the middle of it. But I also like the headlamps, and these are unique to the Cadillac. LEDs, you've got the vertical treatment with the light tubes that come up this way. Again, it's really just kind of continues that look that's been their hallmark for the last couple of decades. Come around the side, and you really start to see how big the truck is. Most of the body panels are shared with the Chevy Tahoe GMC Yukon, the basic body shell. But they've done enough of the styling to Cadillac-ize it that it, I think, works out really well. 22-inch alloy wheels, the power steps. Again, very convenient, but also gets them up out of the way if you get into a little bit of snow or some off-roading. And I also like some of the detailing on it. Chrome finish here, looks very nice. Chrome door handles, these are actually lit at night. And very elegant, just kind of a limousine kind of look to it. I like the chrome around. And it ends right here very formally at the back of the passenger compartment. Again, just gives a little formality, a little elegance to the car. This is the short wheelbase version of it. They make a longer ESV version. But I think this is the best one, especially if you live in the city. You're trying to go to the coffee shop, trying to go to restaurants, parallel park. This is actually fairly maneuverable in town. So I go with the short wheelbase. Come around the back. One of the features I used to absolutely love on the CTS wagon are these giant, almost tail fin-like lamps that go from the bumper all the way to the roof. LEDs, just look very crisp at night. You see that car at night, you know it's a Cadillac that just passed you. Trailer hitch behind here, it's all ready to go. You can tow up to 8,300 pounds with this, so it's not just for looks. Just pull this valence off and it's all behind. Power hatch. And you come up and look close in the back of it. This is the one thing that I want you to see in the back. With all three rows, and you got a third row back here, this is your luggage space. So you're looking at a trailer, you're looking at something on the roof if you're really carrying through as a passengers. I don't think I'd recommend it anyway because people in the back, you better have short legs. But it's pretty easy to deploy the seats if you've got 4 passengers in them, 2 buttons here, power them down. And then you have all the luggage space you need. So I'd say for most people it's really traveling with 4 aboard and then a little extra space if you need passengers once you get where you're going. An SUV the size of the Escalade needs an engine to match it, and it absolutely gets it. It's a 6.2 liter V8, produces 420 horsepower, routes all that through an 8-speed automatic transmission to the electronic all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive system. So that's all great. Plenty of power to get out of its own way. In fact, it runs 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds, which is pretty quick for a vehicle. Again, that's basically a full-size truck. Talking about fuel economy, well, that's also where you find out that it's a full-size General Motors truck. It gets 15 miles per gallon in the city, 20 miles per gallon on the highway. But again, as they say, if you can afford the asking price, I'm sure the gas price really isn't that big of a concern to you. What I really do notice, driving the truck too on the road, it is a truck. It has magnetic ride control, so it automatically adjusts the suspension in real time, adjusts it for different conditions. It does its best to kind of smooth out the road surfaces. But it's moving 22-inch wheels that are just going to get thunked around a little bit, with the road surfaces. It's got a solid rear axle, and that allows it to pull big trailers very easily, which a lot of customers do. They can pull big boats, big campers, classic cars. To do that in a way that a lot of its competitors just simply won't do. And it is actually a fairly serious off-road machine too, if you want to take it off-road. But you do have to keep in mind, it's a big vehicle, and it's essentially a truck underneath of it. Well, welcome to the interior. If you're sitting here with me, you'd smell this wonderful aroma. It smells like a cologne calf. It's just really masculine and just very nice. And it's really authentic. I mean, you've got these really nice Kona leather seats in here, real wood everywhere, very upscale. And you think, what does separate an Escalade from some of the other General Motors SUVs? And it really is, to me, it's a little bit of style on the outside, but really the interior detailing of it and the comfort and luxury in here. And it's just a very nice place to be. This has Cadillac's Q infotainment system in it. You can scan through here like you do on an iPad, swipe through the stations. It's got Wi-Fi, you've got Bluetooth, satellite radio, of course. So you've really got everything you need there. Bose audio, it's got Apple CarPlay. And look at some of the other things I like about it. I like the dashboard. It's got a flat screen. You can change this and reconfigure it just a little bit. Heads-up display outside, and this isn't like one of the cheap heads-up displays where they're dash mounted. It projects out over the hood, gives you the speed, it gives you some navigation information you need, a tachometer. I think that's very nice as well. A lot of safety equipment on this car. You've got forward collision alert system, you've got adaptive cruise control, you've got automatic front and rear crash mitigation braking, blind spot warnings, lane keep assist, you've got the parking sensors, you put it in reverse, got a round view monitor, you can see straight behind you, you can see all the way around the vehicle, keep you from running into things, and it's very nice. So some of the other comforts you have in it, we've got heated and cooled front seats, we've got heated steering wheel, we've got heated rear seats, we've got tri-zone automatic climate control, one for each front passenger plus the rear, some other infotainment things, you've got rear seat entertainment back here, you can plug in your portable devices, it's got headphones back here if you want your kids to have individual listening back there. Sunroof. Again, it's just a very comfortable place to be. Wireless phone charging here too. Deep consoles. It's just a very pleasant, comfortable place to be inside. There's something really comforting to me about being in a big General Motors truck. I think it's because my father, worked for General Motors for years and always had, GM trucks. But what I really like is, you get inside, you start the engine, it has that big whooshing, American small block V8 that comes to life. And it just feels like it can drive over anything, take you anywhere, and will be very durable. And, in driving it, it does reassure you that it's a truck. I mean, it's got the solid rear axle, the big wheels kind of clunk chunk over potholes sometimes. On the highway, it's really nice, and the suspension does its thing. But I just think it's really assuring. But on the flip side of this too, Cadillac has really gone out, and has for several generations of Escalades, and made it a true Cadillac. The styling's beautiful. Rock stars and CEOs, gravitate to this car because it looks like rolling money. It looks expensive, and it's got style that connects it all the way back to 1940s, 1950s even. So I think, and you look at the interior of it and all the safety, and it's just a very comfortable place to be. So if you're going to buy a big General Motors truck, this is the one I think I'd want. Well, let's talk about pricing. And the Cadillac of SUVs comes with a Cadillac of SUVs kind of price. So, it starts out $73,395. This one, all in, keep in mind, this is not the Platinum package, and this is not the long wheelbase, and there's, a number of options you can still get on this, beyond this price. You look at $91,435. So you get there, you're there with the Range Rover, you're with the Mercedes GLS, and cars in that class. Well, next week we'll have another fun car, and until then, storm forward.